this is why I love Chad Johnson so much because, listen, Chad Johnson is now a member of the Raiders coaching staff. He joined the Raiders coaching staff after he tried to join our staff, and we rejected him, which I still think was the stupidest thing ever. How can you reject Chad Johnson? Chad Johnson is an absolute freaking monster. Anyway, though, after we rejected him, he went and joined the Raiders coaching staff. But yeah, he still talks on every single Bengals matter possible. Which, listen, at the end of the day, he has full rights to do. I mean, he is a Bengal for life. He is a part of the Bengals, even if Zach Taylor, Duke Tobin, and all them don't want to give him the credit he deserves. He is a Bengal. He does work for us, but he is us. So, anyway, though, he spoke on the T. Higgins situation, right? He spoke on the T. Higgins, back and forth, how we haven't gotten a contract with him. And he said, I think we're going to, it's going to work, I think we're going to work it out. We'll figure it out. It's business. It's the nature of business. He's going to be all right, though. And he said that he did speak to T. Higgins. And, yeah, I mean, it will be interesting to see how this turns out. But I'll say it like this, right? At some point in business, right? I got a 4-year bachelor degree in computer science, okay? But before I did that, I got associates in business 101, right? Because I was going to own my own business, whatever. And there is a point in business where you several ties, I can't say the word correctly, you know what I'm talking about. Well, you cut ties pretty much. You go too far in a negotiation. You go too far with disrespect. You go too far with a certain degree where no matter what the number is, and I know, business is all about money, right? In the end of the day, money is all that matters, right? That's all that matters in the end. Not always. Because there is a level, an unspoken rule about if you disrespect me and I'm a business, right? I don't care what you offer. Like, your offer becomes null and void the second you make me look like a clown as another business. Because not only is it like, egos and, self-respect thing, it also is, outside of that, how you look to other businesses. Because how are you supposed to make things work with another NFL player or another company if you look like a clown because you just went through the whole entire clown show and allowed this all to happen? So, is T. Higgins and the Bengals past the point of no return? I don't know. Because I don't work for the Bengals, I have no connection with the Bengals, I have no inside information. But there is going to be a point, and again, maybe it's not now, but there will be in the future, where he does push it too far, and it gets to a point of no return. Where no matter what the price tag is, no matter if T accepts lower money or accepts the original contract, there will be a point where it's like, not even worth it. Because you severed ties to us. You cut those ties. You created the separation. So, now with the most recent thing with Kelsey Conway, with, T's agent talking to her about things and releasing information. And it's just a really toxic environment back and forth between the Bengals and T. There is a situation where I feel like there's going to be a problem. And usually if there's a problem now, there's going to be a problem down the line, right? There's going to be a continuation of problems. So again, I'll be interested to see how this ends up turning out. Do I think that we could keep T? Absolutely. I think there could be a contract worked out. I just don't know how far the Bengals see this as, a point of no return. Because there is a point, I feel like, where they're going to say no. They're going to say, we're not doing it. Because you disrespected us, you embarrassed us, you made us look like a fool, and we're not going to deal with you. And especially the Bengals. Other teams, they will still sign the player and still go throughout the process of the players. The Bengals have never been a team that lets the players make them look like fools. That's just not how it works. You want to start your stuff. You want to act up. You want to act reckless. You want to, act like you're the big tough guy. Well, you're not going to be a Bengal because that's just not how we work. So I agree with Chad. I think that in the end it will work out. I don't know if it will work out with us, but I think it will work out overall wise for maybe another team, maybe another situation. But yeah, I mean, again, I would love to sign T back. He is my favorite player, bar none. I know I've with all his antics and all the antics that came out this offseason, I haven't been as much pro T Higgins, but it's because, again, I look at it from both sides. I'm not just going to be a fanboy and sit here and tell you, oh, T's right, T's right, T's right. And I will always be pro player, as in they should get paid, and I want them to get paid as much money as possible because it's a business. You don't last forever in the NFL. NFL, not for long. But anyway, though, my whole point is, even with all that being said, I can also look at it from a business point of view, again, from, from the Bengals side, where it's like, at some point, you just got to say, no, enough is enough. I can't deal. I'm not going to entertain this circus act. And it has become a circus act, this contract with T and the Bengals. And I feel like at some point you just say, you know what? We have other things we have to work on. We have other things we have to perfect. We are going for a Super Bowl run. He is on this contract for one more year. Kind of how they did with Trey Hendrickson. It was more or less just like, hey, listen, we understand you're upset, but we just worked out a contract with you. We're not going to get back in the room here and talk to you and work out things because we have other things we have to work out. Jonah Williams, last year, right before the draft, guy asked, or his agent requested a trade request because they weren't communicating with him. Bengals kind of said, hey, listen, we're not dealing with you. We're not dealing with the circus act. We're going to worry about the draft. We're not worried about you. And that's just kind of how, in a way I will say business needs to be handled, but also how the Bengals handle their business. It's not this type of thing where we're going to go to the media, we can go back and forth, we can give, my side, your side, my side, your side, and try to kind of win brownie points with the media here. They're going to just say, nope, we're not going to entertain that. We're not going to go back and forth with the media. We have what we're going to do, which is we're going to pay you or we're not going to pay you. And if you don't like that, if you don't accept that, well, good luck. As they would say, let the good door hit you, where the good load split you. That's kind of how Cincinnati works. Again, not every single team's like that. Some teams are, very. I wouldn't say harder than that. I think we're more on the way conservative end of that kind of perspective. But there are teams that will, you can make pretty much a clown show of, and they will still, give in and give up to the players' needs or the demands or how they feel. So we'll have to wait and see how this ends up turning out. But I love Chad, man. Peace out.